Hey friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kenzie Sexton and I'm a 4th grade teacher in South Dakota. Today for Tech Tip Tuesday, I'm going to be showing you around Bloomz. So let's get started. When you go to the Bloomz website, this is what will show up. To add your class, you're going to go down to this purple plus sign in the bottom left corner that says class/group, and you'll click on that. Then it will let you choose if you'd like to join a class or group or create a new class or group. If you're creating one for your classroom, you'll click create, and then it will let you choose what you are using this group for. So for me, I would use it for a class and it'd be K-12. If you're an admin, you can use it for the school, and that helps you coordinate school-wide events. You can add all your teachers, staff to this group. You can use it for a city, neighborhood, any other like small group, after school care, child care room, religious group, sports team, summer camps, troops, departments, or community organizations. And the reason they have you select the different groups is because they have different features for each group. So, for example, when I click into the class, so I went ahead and I put in the class name as an example, because I'm just using this as an example. I selected 4th grade, and then it shows that I'm a teacher. You can select if you're in a different position creating this class. And then at the bottom it has ideas or options for you to add to your Bloomz page. And this is where it starts to be different depending on what group you selected. So I would suggest leaving the behavior management. It's a great system. So I'm going to leave that checked. You can have student portfolios. Have that checked. Parent to parent communication. And then student to student communication is unchecked. I'm going to go ahead and check that right now. That's up to you. Just depends on how much you want your students to be able to communicate with each other through this app. Then it will ask which type of access you want to give through your class. They recommend the middle to high school mode, which allows students to have a username and password of their own so they can log in, they can see different things like your posts, the calendar, their behavior in your class if you had chosen to have that show up. And then they're also able to message to the teacher, which is a really nice feature, especially if your students don't have their own email. If you choose the elementary mode, there's no password for the students. They don't have their own account. They can submit work to their portfolio and view the teacher's post, but they can't really do anything else. And then you can do no student access, where you're just using this to communicate with parents. I'm going to go ahead and choose the middle high school mode. And this is how it shows up. So then you can go ahead, you can edit your cover photo if you'd like. You can edit your group photo, and then you can check for your student and parent access codes. So if you have a student joining, you click on that, and then you can have them generate student-specific codes for you. So this would be to have each student have their own specific code, and then you can also have them generate a common code for the whole class to use. If you choose for parents, it again lets you choose if you'd like it to generate specific codes for each family, or if you'd like it to generate a whole group class code for the parents. So I'm going to go back into this. And then you'll see if I click on that, you can add your students, and then it will generate the codes for you. And then you can print parent instructions on how to get the kids logged in, or student instructions, and then you can print them out from right here. So there's nothing else that you have to do with that. If you go to edit your cover photo, You have the option to upload a new photo, so if there's a picture of your class you'd like to use, that'd be a great option there. Otherwise, you can pick from albums as well, but we don't have any albums in the class yet. Here it allows you to search posts if you've had posts sent out, so you don't have to look through all of them, scroll through all of them. If I go up here to behavior, you'll have to add the different behaviors and students. So it gives you the option to add student by student, or you can paste multiple names and it will enter them all in. So I'm just gonna go just add 2 students as examples. You'll see they have their own little picture, and again you have the entire class as an option. So I can click on one student. I can type in my own little note if I want. It shows the time and the date that it happened on, and you can just click and it will give her the point, and it makes a fun noise. And then also you can go into a student and you can do the needs work, and it has a couple ideas for you, but again, on both you can edit and create your own as well. So we're gonna say didn't participate in the class discussion. Again, it shows the date and time. I'm going to click on not participating. It makes the sound and it takes away points. Then too, you can do the entire class if you want to reward or take away points for a class. You can select multiple students as well. You can also set up teams. So if you want to add a team and I want Ashley and Brad to be in the same team, I can call them table 1, and then they are grouped as a team, so you can reward or take away by teams as well. You can send it full screen if you'd like to have this up during class. You can also take student attendance on here. So if you click it once, it's present, that's the green check mark, and X is absent, and then the yellow clock is tardy. So you can go ahead and do that. You can also at the top click that all are present, quick and easy, or all are absent. And then you can also see it as a grid, so you can see all the students right there. You can print the page, get it all printed off, send it to the office or something like that if you need to give it to someone. And then you click save. You can set a class goal as well, which is a really cool idea. Let's say we get an extra recess once our class hits 100 points. And I'm going to set that goal. And then it shows that visual reminder for the students as they get points. It shows their progress. So you can see that they're moving because it was 1 but a -1, but now you can see the car is moving. So if they get another good one, you can see that the car starts to move down the track. So it's a great visual tool for the students to see. You can reset points if you would choose to restart them at the end of a quarter, at the end of a semester. You can do that. You can print reports on how they were doing with these goals and how they've done through a quarter. It'd be really great for conferences. You can choose your theme. So if you saw the eggs by Ashley and Brad's names, that was because we're in Mystery Monsters theme. You could choose student avatars or blossoming flowers. So if I choose the avatars, you'll see that as well. You can edit award types. You can choose what the parents have access to. If you'd like the parent to be able to view their child's points, you can have them be able to view positive and negative points. You can just let them see positive. That's up to you. It allows you to choose who can view. So you can add those people in. It will let you choose if you'd like them to be notified. So like every single day after 6, or don't notify them at all. And then you can also turn off the sounds if you don't want the sounds on there. Then into the portfolios, each student will have a portfolio. So I'll click on Ashley. I can go in here, I can directly message her parents, I can add her parents up here, I can send a message to her. And then her behavior is shown here, so you can see she's gotten 2 points. It's great. It's green, showing that she's done good things, and it shows what she got points for. The explanation is there, the time and date, and then which teacher and then which class it was given to her in. If you go to her portfolio, you can add things to it. So if she created an item that you want to add, you can add it in here. So maybe you scanned a picture she drew. You could type in whatever the picture title is, maybe a little description, and then add the photo. If she spoke something, a presentation, you could add it through audio or video. If it's any sort of document you want to add, worksheet of some sort, you can do that through files. And then you can also just add comments, and then it keeps all of this information for Ashley and her parents in her portfolio, so they can always see her behavior and her portfolio. And then in the options, it lets you add or remove parents. You can remove students from class, edit their name, and then you can also print their portfolio, which is a great idea for the end of the year. The great thing about this tool is that it has the sign up feature. So for conferences, for any sort of party you have, this would be a great way to get parents to sign up or sign up for supplies. So in the create that I clicked over here, it just shows you all of your options of what you can do here. Signups, this is where it will show anything that you have created. So to actually create one, I'm going to go over here and say I need volunteer help. And then I'm going to click on what I need. Do I need items or do I need people? So I'm going to click on items first. I'm going to say I need a bag of Skittles. And over here you can see it says ×1. You can add notes to it. So maybe I want the big bag. You can put in when it's due, date and time. You can delete items. You can duplicate them if you want more. So maybe I want to duplicate it. So I have 2. Then I can add, let's say I want people. And then I'm going to enter in the tasks that I need them for. So I could say fall party games. And I need, let's say 4 people. So I can just go ahead and do that, and then they're able to sign up through those. This is our fall party. It's going to be in our homeroom. You can add any extra notes you want. It can set reminders, which would be a good idea so nobody forgets. And then the start, end time, and if it repeats. And then it will send it out to all students and parents in this class. And then you'll see in our signups, it comes up with the party. Reports are a way to print engagement or any of the student behavior. that you want to pass out to parents, so that's a great way to do that. I'm going to go over here again. You can create subgroups if you want just certain groups to communicate amongst each other. You can create a subgroup. You can put in for conferences if you want them to sign up for conferences. You can click there. So let's say we're going conferences, and in our homeroom, then on the calendar it will show up for this class. Add the date, say tomorrow, and that's it. And we're going to go from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. A break for lunch, yes, we need a lunch break. That's going to be from noon to 12:30. We want time slots for how long. Go 15 minutes, breaks between each. You can do a break, you don't have to have one in there. You can have only one person sign up per slot. You could do multiple if you want multiple people. You can choose to keep the sign-ups private, but just show that that time slot has been taken. Any extra notes, and then if you want it to remind you and them. So you can choose that, click next. Then it shows you there are the time slots. We'll have 30 time slots. If you want to add extras, you can down here as well. And then you can send it out to your class. So then you can see in the event, it's showing that we have conferences set up with our homeroom, all the time slots for them to sign up for. And then you can also post comments in here as well. You can see any comments going, how many people are signed up. I'm going to go back. So then this is the updates, anything that's going on in the class, and then we can go to our calendar, see anything coming up. You can go to your media. Here you can post things for the class. So you can add photos, you can create albums for your class, upload documents. Go to manage, you can see the parents, the students, the staff, and then any subgroups you've created. If you notice in the students, it also shows their codes, if you're ever needing to find those. And then up in the settings, you can print different pages. You can choose to leave classes or delete classes. You can send announcements. If you click on the create, you can create posts, send announcements. The create button is really where you can do everything. It's where all your options are. And then also over here in message, you can choose to message the entire class, everybody involved. You can choose parents, certain students. You can message anybody in the class that way. And then it will show up in your thread off to the side here. It also allows you to set your own quiet hours where you are not notified. It puts a pause on messages and notifications, which is a great idea to separate work and the rest of your life. So there's a lot of really great things that you can do with Bloomz. You can use it to schedule posts. You can schedule conferences with parents. You can message parents. You could also do a few things like send newsletters, create class photo albums. You could create a first day of school photo album. You can create profiles for each of your students. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use this app. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe below. I would also love to hear from you in the comments. Thanks for watching.